Come on out there, everybody. You know what time it is. It's Friday morning, and it's time for the morning drive. We made it, ladies and gentlemen. We made it to Friday. Hey, we're going to be talking about the Cleveland Browns and Shedeur Sanders. And my thoughts about the whole situation with Shedeur Sanders is a very interesting show, and I want you to tune in. So, hey, let's jump right into it. So, Shedeur Sanders reports comes out that Shedeur Sanders is going to be named the number 3 quarterback for the Cleveland Browns on their roster for the 2025 season. So I have several different thoughts about this, and I want you to first to just hear me out and don't freak out. But let's address the elephant in the room, and the elephant in the room is Shedeur Sanders being done wrong? Well, yeah, Shedeur Sanders, that's pretty obvious. Since the draft, Shedeur Sanders has been treated unfairly. Whatever reason you think it is, whether it's racism or whether he said something or whatever the reason may be, something's got to be wrong with you if you don't think that the young man has been treated unfairly. Now, I have several different thoughts on it. The first thing I'm going to say, since we've addressed the elephant in the room, is I'm going to tell you that the Cleveland Browns, we know as inept an organization as there's ever been in the National Football League, or furthermore for any sports organization, the Cleveland Browns, there are two ways that you can look at it. Well, for me, the damn Cleveland Browns, even though they're inept, even though I think that they're making mistakes in some of the things that they do with Shedeur Sanders or what they've done all along with all the quarterbacks that they pick, at least the Cleveland Browns picked Shedeur Sanders. At least they picked him. Nobody else in the National Football League didn't take a chance on the young man. But the Cleveland Browns, once again, we know that they're inept, and we know that this doesn't make any sense. But at least the Cleveland Browns picked him. See, that's what some people out there are starting to overlook. The Cleveland Browns did pick him. The Cowboys didn't pick him. Deion played for the Cowboys. The Redskins didn't pick him. Deion played for the Redskins. The Baltimore Ravens didn't pick him. You get my drift? At least the Cleveland Browns took a chance on him and picked him. Let's keep this thing rolling. He got picked as a 5th-round draft choice. Okay. So let's just take his name away from that. Let's just take Shedeur Sanders' name away from it. And if you're keeping it real with yourself, that's if you know anything about the National Football League. If you know about football at all, then you know. He's a 5th-round draft choice. Hell, the first goal of a 5th-round draft choice, man, it ain't to be the star. It's to make the team. It's to make the team. But if you take his name off, then you see a 5th-round draft choice getting named 3rd on the roster. You're going to be excited. Like, whoa, man, he's doing a good job. He needs to hang in there. A 5th-round draft choice. The first thing for you to do is to make the team. Next up, in this modern day society, we've already addressed the elephant in the room before you start to freak out. We've already addressed the elephant in the room that the young man has been treated unfairly. But let's just take a look and see if it's just started. It ain't just started. It didn't just start. When he went to Jackson State, why didn't all these colleges out there pick Shedeur Sanders then before he had to go to Jackson State? But his father went to Jackson State, so he went to his father. He instantly became put in the starting lineup. When he went to university, when he done all those things at Jackson State, why didn't Bama, all them teams come a calling? Why wasn't he picked by them? He went out there with his father, understandably so, and he was instantly named the starter. But now his father ain't around to just put him in the lineup. So now adversity is going to strike. I'm sure the young man has got a tough chin, and the young man kind of expected some of this, but we have to be patient. See, it didn't just start. It didn't just start with Shedeur Sanders. It's just because it's his last name, and you've seen him in the forefront so much. That's why you're thinking, and you're right, that he's been treated unfairly. But let me give you a spin on this that I want all of you to think about, especially in our community. I want you to think about this. Now, for you youngsters out there, you're probably gonna tune out of the show. But some of you old ones out there, you're probably gonna appreciate what I'm about to tell you. I know a quarterback who played in the National Football League. That Shedeur Sanders wasn't on his level. Black quarterback. That Shedeur Sanders wasn't on his level. I don't give a damn what time, when he played, what era he played in. What about Warren Moon? Oh, so now you get where I'm going. Warren Moon had to go through the same stuff after being out there at the Washington Huskies and doing his thing. The hell, they didn't pick Warren. Warren Moon went to Canada to play ball. He ended up in the National Football League Hall of Fame. The best black quarterback that we've ever seen. And hell, I'm putting him in the top 10 quarterbacks of all times. See, because in life, man, things don't always go the way you expect them to go. They don't. And sometimes a person's adversity strikes, and I've said that on my show. Sometimes adversity hits people in different times in their lives. And this young man is just adversity is hitting him right now. And let's just take a second there. Tom Brady, the GOAT, he was at the bottom of the depth chart. You see where he ended up at. See, you got to keep all those things in mind. You got to keep those things in mind. He was at the bottom of the depth chart. Look at Jalen Hurts. Look how he got done in Alabama behind Tua Tagovailoa. He had to go out to Oklahoma. He had to go to Oklahoma. Even to this modern day, Jalen Hurts is scrutinized after he done won him a Super Bowl MVP and took his team twice. And he's even scrutinized by his own people. See, this ain't the first time adversity done struck a black quarterback. And if I'm sure all the older black quarterbacks out there who played and who were hell of a lot, who were great players, hell, they weren't even getting picked. They wasn't even getting picked back in the day at all. They wasn't getting picked at all. I want you to think about that. All you old quarterbacks out there who put in the work, who done the thing, you were not even getting picked at all. Hell, Les Stone getting picked in the National Football League. When you got to college, they changed your position. They changed your position. So I'm here to tell Shedeur Sanders and all of you fans out there, I know that the young man's been done wrong. But all you got to do is give it a little bit of time. Give it a little bit of time. He's a 5th round draft choice. That's just going to be part of the story. It's not where you start at. It's where you finish at. It's where you finish at. He's already that he's going to make the team. You know Joe Flacco finna go. You know Deshaun Watson washed up. You think Dylan Gabriel, no disrespect to Dylan Gabriel, but all Shedeur got to do keep the pressure on. Because you know what happens when you're the backup quarterback. Every time the starter makes a mistake, they're going to be clamoring your name. They're going to want you in. So when Dylan Gabriel does get his chance and get in, every single time he makes a mistake. See what I'm saying? So let's just be patient. 5th round draft choice, Shedeur Sanders. I'm proud to know that he even made he's a 3rd teamer because he's gonna make the team. This is Alan with D9J Sports. Happy Friday. Be careful out there. 7 days of high school football opening game. I'm definitely out.